Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this morning. Hope you all had a terrific holiday weekend. I did, and it's good to get the batteries recharged and get back to it. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. We do that by teaching you how to become financially abundant through currency trading, using our super accurate proprietary trading indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. On this session, I use two specific signals that come off of our indicators. There are probably a dozen or so different signals. Two signals I use are something called the 10-point trade and the thick orange line trade. We will start with the 10-point trade, and then toward the top of the hour, we will take a look at the thick orange line trade to see if there are any opportunities. With that, we are required to do the disclosure. So let's get that started, and we'll be on our way. All right, thanks.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, let's keep going. Couple notes. Hold on here. Couple notes. We have a number of live trade sessions. If you are a light member, it is in the orange calendar. I've got a live trade Tuesday and Thursday mornings. The reason we do the live trade is to show you how accurate we are. The only difference between me and you is I've learned how to read the indicators. Once you learn how to read the indicators, you will see similar success. And Monday evening, there's an intro to coaching class today at 9:30 Eastern, and then again on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then tomorrow night there's the light member meeting. As you become a full member, you can see we've got morning trades, we've got evening trades, we've got Sunday trades. You get access to quite a few more live trades, and the people who do these are all very, very good. I would suggest that until you're consistently doing 10 pips a day on your own, that you attend these and you copy the trades. Historically on these trades, they net about 150 pips a day. So with that, many of you know I like to work off of a checklist. First thing is it's kind of like a pilot's checklist. I like to check and make sure everything is live. With the new green charts, if we're on the internet, it is live, and we are using the new green charts today versus the old version of the green charts here. I've got it as backup just in case I get stuck. I'm still learning how to manipulate some of the tools, but for this we should be good. Let's just check that our CoinEx is working. And I see the numbers bouncing, moving over here on the side, so we're good there. Review of yesterday. Well, we didn't trade yesterday, but it is a good practice to get into if you've made a specifically. I like to take a look at the day when I made a trade that didn't go well, what it was that what my mistake was, and try to figure that out so I can not make it again. So it is good habit to get into it. Since we haven't traded in a bit, we're not going to do that this morning. We are technical traders. As technical traders, we want to know we trade primarily based on price movement, but news impacts currencies. So we want to know what upcoming news there is. And to get that upcoming news, we take a look at forexfactory.com. There are a couple services like this, but it breaks things down into low impact with the yellow folder, medium impact with the orange folder, and high impact with a red folder. The high impacts are the ones most likely to impact the market. And this morning at 10 a.m., there's some news that's going to impact the USD. So as we take a trade, we're going to want to think about if we're going to be able to be out of that trade, ideally by 8 o'clock. I like to be out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. So we'll have that as a consideration as we are scrolling through the trades. So with that, we will now move into our technical analysis. And for the 10-point trade, I like to start with the majors and minors on this analysis. And the chart I have up is 6 majors. I like to call this a composite chart because it is showing us different currency pairs, 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart means the candle has 1 hour's worth of information in it. USD, AUD USD, Euro USD, Pound USD. So we can start going through a number of pairs looking to see if we've got the setup signal. So I start with the majors and minors. I'm looking for situations where we are overbought, which means we are either below the red line or oversold below the red line or overbought above the blue line. And let's get us the current. There we go. Here we have the majors going down on the AUD USD. Majors are still going down. Minors have turned. So we have got kind of diverging signals here. I want a situation where everyone's in agreement. The majors, which are the red and green lines, and the minors, the black and gray lines, are all pointing in the same direction. When there is a disagreement, I'm going to pay more attention to what the majors are doing than what the minors are doing. But right now we've got disagreement. So disagreement, I'm going to just pass. I want to see everybody doing the same thing. So here we are oversold on the Euro USD. Minors are pointing up. Majors aren't quite there yet. They're going sideways. So again, I want oversold, which means the market's about to turn around and start moving up. But I want to get the timing right as to when that up move is going to happen. So right now, the majors aren't telling me they're ready to start turning up. So let's keep looking. Again, Pound USD. The signal looks almost identical to what we're seeing over here on the Euro USD. Minors are going up. Majors are still actually kind of going down here, not even sideways. So I'm going to pass. Now, all these USD pairs on this first page, we're likely, if one isn't going, none of them will be going. But let's go take a look. USD Canadian overbought. Miners have started to come down. They believe that the market's turned, but the majors are still going up. USD Swiss franc. We're overbought above the blue line. Majors are coming down. Minors are coming down. So I have 3 points here. The 3 points are 1, that we're overbought, 2, that all the lines, the majors and minors, are pointing down, and 3, I've got this double cross where the red line is crossed over the green, and the black line is crossed over the gray. So 3 points here. If I have 3 points here, then I'm going to continue on with my analysis. Next piece of the analysis is to take a look at how many lines in the TNTs, which is this chart up above, are consistent with what I am seeing here on the majors and minors. 2 orange lines are going down. That's in support. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going up, that means down. Dotted blue is going down. Dotted blue is going up, which means down. Thick blue is going down, which means up. So I got 3 of the 4 lines here telling me it's a good down move. And the key to being good is having that high consistency rate. We get the high consistency rate by having as many of the indicators, because we're each measuring something different, having as many as the indicators telling us, yeah, this is the direction of the move. So I want to get a minimum of 3 out of the 4 here. So I've got 3 out of the 4 here. So if I have 3 out of the 4 here, I am then going to go down to my pressure. And I want to have either the lines going down or the red line on top. And right now I have up pressure. The green line is kinked, but I don't have agreement on the pressure. So I had in the majors and minors, it's telling me sell. In the TNTs, it's telling me sell. But the pressure isn't quite there yet. So it's a little bit early to take this trade. So I'm going to hold off. The green line is kinked, so the lines are diverging. Eventually, this red line will cross over the green line, but until it does, I'm not willing to take the trade. So let us keep going. USD JPY oversold, and everybody's going down. So this isn't ready. So let's go on to the next pair. So I have multiple pairs of this chart with just different currency pairs. So this pair, this grouping is primarily non-USD based. So euro, pound. The majors and minors are all going up. There's actually nice steepness to this. And the lines are all clustered together. So I have 3 points here. My only hesitancy is that we're just about at the halfway mark. The green line has crossed the halfway mark of the majors. Red line is below it. I'd like to catch it before it hits the halfway mark, but maybe we'll consider this one. So I've got 3 points here. And the other thing I like about this is that the lines are all clustered together. When the lines are all clustered together, that's a stronger signal. 2 orange lines on the TNT are going up. Dotted blue is coming down. So again, 3 out of the 4 here. And here we have up pressure. We have up pressure with green on top. So we actually have 2 points here. So we've got 8 points. 3 from the pressure, 3 from the TNTs, and 2 from the majors and minors. So euro pound. Let's take a look at the euro pound. When I find a symbol or when I find a signal, I like to then look at the full chart. Going back to my my checklist here, I want to know where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. So to do that, I like to look at a clean candle. To put the support and resistance on there, I am going to pull this together a little bit so that I've got a little bit more of a history. And now I am going to drop my lines on it. Let's see here. So support and resistance are spots where the lines seem to naturally, the candles seem to naturally stop. So this is a little bit of an art and a science. So I'm just looking for spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. because those natural stopping spots are, we'll put it in there. Actually, you know what? I guess let's write this down as a on my on the other green charts. Hold on here, we can find it. On the other green charts, when I draw my lines, I've already drawn my lines, say on the Euro USD. It shows me what the price point is. I'm not quite sure how to do that here, but I'm going to write it down so that we can I can figure it out and we can do it next time. How do we add price on horizontal line? And being that I'm an old guy, I forget things, so I like to write it down. All right, so let's keep putting some more lines on here. And oops. I guess to keep it so that it keeps doing it, we need to hit this little guy, horizontal line. So let's put a little bit more. So it's stopping in here, stopped in here, stopped in here. Let's get one more below and one more above. So oops, when do we get? Let's turn that off. So over here you can see it's kind of stopped right in here, and on the one above here it stopped in here. Seems to stopped in here, in here, in here. Now, what do we see as a trend? Let's see. Trend line. Edit. Well, again, I'm still trying to figure out. Normally, when I do my channel, so I guess what we want. All right, so we're trading into a downtrend. The reason I want to know what the trend is that's going to help me determine how many pips I want to take when I take a trade. So if I'm taking a sell trade into a buy trend, I'm going to take less pips because I'm trading against a trend. So what I want to do is I want to open this back up so I can see it a little bit better. So we can see what's going on. I want to know, based on where I am, how many pips we have till I hit each of these lines. So again, let's go back over here. We want to do the measure. Actually, we're going to do a lock and we'll do the measure. So we are actually sitting right on the resistance line. Oops, let's move this out of the way. So what is this? Euro pound. 8 pips. 8 pips. That doesn't seem right. Let me. So we're at 80, 88, 529 to 8. I'm looking here at the numbers. So actually here are the numbers. This is where it puts them in versus over on the left. All right, so I see that. So 85529, 8561, 8561. So that means these lines are only 10 pips apart. 857, 10 pips again. 854. So we've got 8 pips. 8 pips difference. The reason I'm kind of like questioning that is usually on the euro dollar, these lines are about 30 pips apart. So here on the euro pound, they're closer, but it is what it is. So I've got, actually, while we've been talking, it hasn't broken this resistance line. So now I want to go back and take a look. All right, we were looking at a buy, but we've lost the majors of the major. The majors have gone sideways. We've lost the double cross. So while we were examining, and actually our pressure has changed slightly. Our pressure now is going down. So with the pressure going down, I don't like the trade. And this going sideways. But even if we were to take the trade, now we're on the south side of this resistance line. Being on the south side of the resistance line, we only have like a pip to get up here. So there's not much left in the movement. Had this closed above this line, then we'd have all of this room up here. But right now we don't. So let's see if we've got anything else. Oversold going down. In the channel more than halfway. AUD, NZD. This is a good setup. But we've got the 2 orange lines going down, the 2 blue lines going up. But we have sideways pressure with green on top. So the pressure's not in agreement. Other reason I wouldn't take this is because of the time of day. It's in the middle of the night in Australia and New Zealand. So there's not going to be much movement here until we get to evening our time, which becomes morning their time. I prefer to take a trade. When the market is active in one of the specific pairs. So we don't have that here. Pound yen oversold, but the majors are still going down. Euro Australian dollar. Wow. We are more than halfway through the channel on the majors. Majors are shooting up, and almost in one candle went from oversold to overbought. But again, we're more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Given that we've got 6 minutes left in the hour, I am going to go back. We looked through 12 pairs. We didn't see a 10-point trade. As we approach the top of the hour, there is another signal that is good for a 5-pip scalp. It's called the thick orange line signal, and it focuses on what this thick orange line is doing. And this thick orange line is scaled from 0 to 10. When it is at 0, which we see up here, here's the thick orange line number. When it is at 0, it is telling us it believes there is no more down in the movement. We want confirmation of that to increase the probability that the trade is good. So if there's no more down in the movement, that means it's going to start going up. And it has been at zero for 3 hours. One candle, current candle, last candle, third candle. You can see it's been down here the whole time. What I want, the confirmation, is I look at my majors and minors, and I want to see the lines well below the red line. Now the minors have turned up, so they're not, but the majors are still way down here. So with the majors being down here, this trade is good for 5 pips. But I want to see if there's anything else, because ideally I'd like to have the minor lines down here too. What this is telling us is at the end of the hour there's going to be a snapback. It's going to pull back a little bit, and we're going to catch that snap, and it's good for 5 pips. So we have the setup here. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and take it. I'm happy enough that the majors and minors are down here. So with that, we're going to go to AUD USD. I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4 AUD USD. If I don't have it open, I am going to go to File, New Chart, and then I am going to find it. AUD USD. It'll be in that first group there, most likely. I'm going to go to New Order, which is on the second row here. My lot size is based on the function of how much is in my account. This is a demo account. There is $11,000 in it. I'm going to move my decimal spot over 4 places to figure out the right lot size. So if I move my decimal spot over 4 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to take a lot size of 1.1. It is going to be a market buy because we were at 0. And I'm not going to worry about my stop loss and take profit yet. I just want to get the order in. So market execution buy. And once it gets recorded, it's down here. I'm going to just click anywhere along the line. I right click, go to modify. And this trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips because we have figured it out, and it's always worth 5 pips. So if I put 50 in here, 50 points equals 5 pips, and I click the little blue box, it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop because this trade is good 90% of the time. So if you win 9 trades for 5 pips, that's 45 pips. You lose 1 for 20 pips. 45 minus 20 leaves you 25 pips ahead. So again, 4 times 50 is 200. I click the little red button. The only other thing I want to do is I just want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So 75, 75 as a buy. I'm going to go to 75, 80. So I'm just going to adjust this to 80, 805. So my take profit is 0.75805. My stop loss is 0.75544. And I've recorded it. And let's go back and take a look. Let's see if we've got any more. We've got nope, we only got 17 seconds left. Some traders like to wait until the hour actually passes, and they want to see the number here, the 0, go to 1. So let's see what happens. There we go. Didn't quite go to 1. Oh, there it is. There we go. When it's gone to just about 1. It's at 0.9351. So we should be good on this trade. It'll take probably about an hour for it to close. So today, we looked through 12 pairs using the 10-point signal. We started to see the signal on one of the pairs, but as we started to go a little bit more depth in our analysis to figure out if it was good, the signal changed, so we ended up not taking it. As it approached the top of the hour, we went and examined a different signal, a scalp signal, a thick orange line. We saw one on the AUD USD. We've taken it, and ideally within the next hour or so, this will close. Let's see if there's any questions. And let me see. We had a couple suggestions for other trades. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier. But anyways, we did get a trade. Thanks for joining me. We're here to help you become great traders. If you have any questions or need any help, just reach out, and we are here to serve you. So we will see you on Thursday again. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.